Hi, this series of postures is known as a women's salute to the sun, and they've designed to help women to prepare for birth. If you're in the first and second trimesters of pregnancy, all the movements are fine. If you're in your third trimester, where I jump out, you would need to step out. And if you're in your third trimester and you know that your baby's in breech, you shouldn't do the squat. So I'll mention that again when I come to the squat. Finally, there is a preparation posture that will help you. If the other postures are too difficult, they'll help you prepare for this series of postures. So that posture is called Trikonasana. And to find your way into Trikonasana, you would stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, and your feet should be parallel. So they will feel a little pigeon-toed to be in true parallel. And then your body should be correctly aligned so that everything from the tip of your head to the floor is aligned over each other, and then arms up so that your palms are facing each other. And this is called Tadasana, or mountain pose. Now for Trikonasana, if you bring your arms to the side and your hands facing the front, and then again, if you're in your third trimester, you should just step out here. But if you're in your first or second trimester, you could bring your hands to prayer pose, bend your knees, and jump out to about 2.5 feet. And then you turn one foot perpendicular to your parallel foot and reach out to the same side where your foot's been turned to a right angle as far as you can go, and then bring that arm down. Bring the other arm up and look at the palm and have the arm facing, turning your fingertips going straight up to the sky. And that's Trikonasana, or triangle pose. And we'll do that to the other side, because in yoga it's very important, whatever you do to one side, do on both sides for your balance. So again, reaching over as far as you can, and then drop that arm, look up into your palm, and your fingertips should be facing straight up. And coming back. And now we'll start the series for the preparation for childbirth, or a women's salute to the sun. So hands in prayer position, and then bringing the arms up so that the palms are facing one another. Again, we're now in Tadasana, or mountain pose. And then going over to the right, just bending from the waist, and to the left, and to the right again. Coming up, arms in prayer position. Now if you're in your third trimester, step out here. First and second trimesters, bend your knees, jump out about 2.5 feet. Then one foot, turn out the other foot in parallel, and we're going into warrior pose. So we bend the knee of the foot that's turned out and come down as far as you possibly can, and you're in warrior pose. And then turn and you're in a lunge. Now this next bit, we're in a half squat. If you know that your baby is in breech, don't do this next bit, which is going into a full squat. If you're in your first and second trimesters, you'll be able to do this without any problem. And then across into your half squat again, and into a lunge. Back into your warrior pose. Turn your feet so that they're both in parallel again. Jump back or step back if you're in your third trimester, and then bending at the waist again, to the right, the left, the right, straight up. And then we'll do that all again to the other side to be in balance. So arms in parallel, palms facing each other, and bending to the left this time, and to the right from the waist, and to the left. Hands in prayer position, coming down. Bend your knees and jump out, unless you're in the third trimester, and then step out. Foot perpendicular. Bending the knee, going into a lunge as far as you can. And then, into the warrior pose. Now we're into the lunge. And then a half squat. Again, if you know that the baby's in breech, don't come into a full squat, and you don't have to worry about that in your first and second trimesters. Back into a half squat, back into a lunge, back into warrior pose. Turn your foot around so it's parallel. Bend your knees and jump back unless you're in your third trimester, and then step back, and then bending again to the left and the right, the left again, arms up, back into prayer position. And finally, in yoga, whatever you do in terms of postures, you should spend at least half that amount of time in some kind of relaxation pose. So there's the corpse pose, where you're lying on your back with your arms, palms up to the side, and your feet relaxed. Or there is also the child pose. So you're on your knees, as you might have been in the womb. So there are other relaxation poses, but the corpse pose and the child pose are the two obvious ones that you could spend at least half the time that you just spent doing those postures afterwards relaxing. Very important. Thank you.